So there's big ones, small ones, and even wireless ones. Headphones come in all shapes, sizes, and prices these days, but which ones should we be using as saxophone players and which ones should we be avoiding? And whether you're using headphones for playing or practicing or recording or gigging, we're going to cover all the types of headphones today and which ones are right for us as sax players. Let's get stuck in. Hey, just before we get going, I want to let you know that we're doing a massive giveaway at Sax School this month, where everybody who joins this month at Sax School, we're going to be giving away a free pair of these amazing Cloud Vocal in-ear monitors. They look like this. These are actually my favorite in-ear monitors, but I'll tell you a bit more about these later on. Now, if you're relatively new to saxophone, you might be thinking to yourself, why do we even need to use headphones as saxophone players? But there's a really good reason. You see, when we're recording our saxophone, we are always trying to get what's called separation. And all that simply means is we want the microphone for our saxophone to just hear the saxophone and not the saxophone as well as the backing track. And this is important so that we've got more control when we're manipulating the recording before we release it. So for example, adding some reverb or changing the levels, that kind of thing. So we use headphones so that we can listen to the backing track through the headphones and it won't come through on our microphone. By the way, if you want to check out a really cool wireless microphone that's one of our favorite ones amongst our members at Sax School, check out this video up here. So what type of headphones are right for us as saxophone players? Well, if you're looking at these larger style of headphones, there's really two variants that you're going to see most commonly. There's what's called open-backed headphones and closed-backed headphones. I know, it's starting to get complicated, but bear with me. So these are your standard ones. I'll keep it really simple. These are closed back headphones, and all that really means is that this section here that goes around your ear is closed and that retains the sound, okay? So closed back headphones are great for isolating you from the sounds around and also keeping all of the sound inside your ears so it's not leaking out and coming onto the microphone. This also really helps you to get a better bass response in your headphones. Now these days there are just thousands of choices for headphones, and there's some really good quality ones that are getting much cheaper too, probably because all the kids are using them for gaming, right? Everyone's using them for gaming. So they used to just be audiophile type headphones. Now there's tons of options. So these are my favorite headphones at the moment. These are Audio-Technica M50X. They're pretty standard headphones. They're around about 130 pounds. I really love the sound of these. They're very durable. I love the way that they also fold away. So when you're traveling, they're nice and compact. And I think they sound really good. But for years, I actually used a pair of classic studio headphones, which is a Beyerdynamic DT100s. They're about 160 pounds these days. But frankly, I think these Audio-Technica are a bit more fun to use. Now, a big pair of headphones is great and all that, but they are kind of cumbersome. If you want a more compact solution, check out something like these. These are the in-ear monitors. These particular ones are from Cloud Vocal. They're called the EC5. Now, I really like using in-ear monitors. I use them all the time when I'm recording lessons because when I've got these on, I can really separate myself from the rest of the sound in the room. And they're also very discreet. I can have them on, the cable goes down the back. Also, the sound that you get inside your ears, even though they're so tiny, is so great. You can get a really big fat sound in there, which is lovely. Now, in-ear monitors have been used for years on live gigs for exactly that reason. They're compact, it means you don't need a big speaker in front of you, and you can control the volume for you individually. So if you imagine a whole band, everybody has got their own controls for the volume in their ears instead of being on stage in a really loud environment. But for us as saxophone players in the practice room, these can also be fantastic because you can control the volume of the backing track, but you can also control the volume of the saxophone coming back at you. These Cloud Vocal EC5s are around about £110 per pair. There's other options too. Shure make an SE215, which is around about the same price. But I really like the Cloud Vocals. I just think they sound a bit bassier, and I like the cables nice and long on them as well. Now, I mentioned earlier that this month we're giving away a pair of these to every person that joins Sax School. Now, we've only got a limited number of these, so if you want to grab hold of this offer, you'll want to be quick. But this is a fantastic deal because not only are you getting a £100+ pair of headphones for free, but this is a tool that you can use in your practice and really enhance the way that you're learning saxophone. I'll tell you a bit more about why that's important in a second. Do you already have a favorite pair of headphones or in-ear monitors that you use with your saxophone? Let me know in a comment down below. I'd love to know what your favorite is. So I talked about a couple of options that are great for you as a saxophone player: over-ear headphones, in-ear monitors, but there's another option that I think you should be careful about, and that is Bluetooth headphones like these Apple AirPods. Now, just about all of us are familiar with the Apple AirPods. They're absolutely amazing. I mean, they sound fantastic, they're so convenient, the battery lasts so long. But they aren't always the best choice for us when we're recording our saxophone. So if you're just using the AirPods to listen to a backing track to play along, brilliant, how convenient. But if you want to use your Bluetooth headphones to record along to a backing track, it can cause problems, and that's because of something called latency. So latency is the time delay between the computer sending the signal out to your headphones and then us hearing it and then playing back into the microphone. And what can happen if you're using your Bluetooth headphones like your AirPods to listen to the backing track that you're then recording along to is that you can end up being out of time with the backing track when you listen to the recording back. So generally, it's always best to use wired headphones when you're recording. If you're recording along with something like GarageBand, plug your headphones into your computer or your tablet or whatever device you're using with a cable. That way there's zero chance of latency. Hey, and one other tip: if you are using AirPods with your saxophone for practicing, make sure you turn the noise cancelling off, because you want to be able to hear your beautiful saxophone sound as well as the backing track. Now, it's super important to always be recording yourself as a saxophone learner, whether you're just getting started or whether you've been playing for years, because it's only when we record ourselves and listen back that we can get a proper third-party view of what's happening with our saxophone, with our sound, with our technique, with our style. So trust me, recording yourself and then listening back is one of the best ways that you can speed up your process of learning, and it's something we do all the time with our members inside Sax School. Oh, there's one other real big benefit to recording ourselves, and that is it's a great way to prepare ourselves for performing. So even if you're not at the stage yet of playing in front of people, trust me, putting yourself under a little bit of pressure by recording yourself is going to help you get ready for that next big step. Hey, I hope you found that useful today. Don't forget, if you do want to grab a pair of these, go check out that offer at Sax School, and we'd love to see you in there if you're interested in learning a bit more about saxophone, developing your skills, and joining our amazing worldwide community of learners.